Classic cars have almost got this ability to never die, because depending on the bravery of the owner and the condition of the car, nothing's impossible. Unlike new cars, which have computers and lots of technology, old cars are simple, and that's one of the attractive features. You can actually get it running. A car can be parked for 25 years and people can walk away and abandon it, but it can still come back to life at some point. I think for me, one of the best parts of classic cars is finding one that's been left abandoned for years and years and almost forgotten about, but getting it and being the person that can actually make it come to life again. It's very satisfying because you feel like you've kind of done a good turn. It's hard to describe, actually. I feel like I kind of owe it to the car to live again, give it another shot at life. Recently, I have found a car, which I think is the rarest thing I've ever found, and I've bought it. The reason why I love this car is because you hardly ever see them. You hardly ever see them for sale, and I've heard so much about them. I've actually never driven one. This tiny little beast is called a Honda S600 coupe, and it actually was never sold in Great Britain. This is, though, the first mass-produced car the Honda ever made, and that's why it's extremely significant, and for me it's a fascinating, beautiful little thing. Look at it. It could be Italian, it could be British. It just doesn't look Japanese to me, but it's got the Japanese kind of bonsai detail. Mr. Honda only ever built cars that would thrill and excite him. He was quite selfish, but also a brilliant genius of an engineer, and that's what I want to do with this car. I love looking at it, I love the fact I own it, but I do want to drive it. In a matter of weeks, I want to take this on a road trip, and bear in mind that although it looks finished and it's painted and it's pretty, the actual thing that makes the car run isn't working and hasn't worked in decades. There's a lot that needs to be done because the engine hasn't turned in a long time. The brakes are all shot to pieces, the clutch doesn't work. It's a lot of work and it's a very specialist thing, this. And now it's over at my brother Greg's workshop. Say hello, Greg. Hi. Yeah, Greg's the talkative one. So I have bitten off a quite sizable project, and it's a real challenge. So wish me luck.